Good afternoon, everyone. This is Brandon Gale. I'm president of Retail Shipping Associates. It's our privilege and our pleasure to be here today to present a webinar on our newest premium supplier to the program. Now, before our presenters jump in here, I want to give you a little bit of background on how we get here. Those of you that know us understand that we get up every morning, always on the lookout for a new product or a new service, or maybe an innovation or an improvement on a product or service that's already out there that's going to allow us to do one of three things. It's going to help us either save money, make money, or learn how to be better store owner operators out there, and then you put that into play. So our tagline as RSA has always been save, profit, learn, because that's what we're here to help you guys do. So when we were approached by Tamer, who is the CEO, about building this program for you guys, we got pretty excited about it because everybody needs the state-of-the-art phone and connectivity that's required in order to help you be as smart and as efficient as you can at the store level. So we looked at their program, we looked at their company, their background, and their history, et cetera, and we found out that and determined that it would be a good fit for us. So we introduced them to you guys at the RS Expo this past May. And they had a very high level of interest from the attendees there. And in fact, many people signed up with them on the spot because of what they're providing. Among the people that have already signed up for them, it's a lot of people that you guys know. You may be familiar with Charlie Bornas and Rajan Dorasamy. They are long-term members of ours and store owner operators. They also sit on our advisory council. So they've already provided us feedback that they've experienced by signing up with these guys and being one of the early adopters, and it's been nothing but positive. And these guys, because they're on the council, they tend to be more critical about everything, which is one of the things we ask them to do. And to a person, they have had nothing but good stuff to say about this at every level. So that's very, very encouraging. And something unique about this, anytime we bring on a new premium supplier, we ask them to create what we call the premium advantage. And that is something exclusively for RS premium members. It's usually priced because that's the easiest thing to quantify, and it's the easiest thing for you guys to understand how it works. And this is the first premium supplier that we've added to the program that will actually pay for your RS premium membership. So when we say your membership pays for itself, well, this is a case that it actually does exactly that. So I won't steal any more of the thunder, but I got to tell you, if I still own 18 stores, the system would be in them. I've looked at the features, how they deliver them, how they train us to use the system to make sure we take full advantage of it, and every box is checked as far as I'm concerned. So with us today we have Anthony Khalemsky, sorry Anthony, and he's the National Sales Manager for PCS, but we're also privileged to have Tamer Christo with us today. He is the CEO. He's the one that started this whole thing. So between these two guys, we're going to get all the information that we're looking for today. I believe we're going to start off with Anthony, and Anthony, if we're ready, I'm sure they're tired of listening to me and ready for you. So if you're ready to go, I'll hand it off to you.
Well, Brandon, thank you very much for such a great introduction. We're very privileged to do business with you guys, and we're looking forward to a long and prosperous relationship with all the members of RSA. I will jump right in. I understand everybody is waiting for us to tell us about our company and what we do for you guys. So the name of our company is Pegasus Communication Solution, and we have been around since 2009. We're a nationwide company located in Olathe, Kansas, right outside of Kansas City. And this is the kind of our clients, of course not all of them, but a lot of them. The reason we're actually showing you this picture, not because we want to brag, even though we would like to, but also we would like to show you that we specialize in multi-location businesses. So we have a lot of experiences in the businesses that actually have multiple locations, and we know how to connect them and how to go about that. So we're a solution provider to a small, medium, and large businesses. We support a number of industries throughout our product and services. As I mentioned, we're located in Olathe, Kansas, and we understand that in today's economy, reducing the cost while enhancing the productivity is the key to success. We understand that business today faces a lot of challenges, including the budgetary constraints as well. And our passion is actually work with customers to reduce the operational cost while reaching higher standards of productivity through our products and our services. So our system is very easy to manage. You can access our system from anywhere, from your house or from overseas, as long as you have an internet access. We provide you with a very fair pricing. All our pricing includes the taxes, so you don't even have to worry about that. Whatever you will see on our proposal, that's what you're going to get every single month. We provide with a very flexible features and functionalities that can be adjusted to every business. All our equipment, all our phones that are sent out to you are plug and play. And of course, our system is very, very secure. So let me go ahead and pass it on to Tamer. He will tell you a little bit more about our portal.
Thank you, Anthony. I'll take it from here. So as Anthony mentioned, we are basically a phone company, a voice over IP phone company. We require the internet in order for our service to work. What I'm going to show you today is two different things. One from the user perspective, which is the dashboard. So every user you have on the account, they will have a screen just like this, and you'll be able to make calls without the phone or with the phone. So you can actually have a soft key. You can start a meeting. You can do a video chat. You can chat between departments. And this is going to be one of the things that this is for every user that you either sign or within your organization. You have your phone book, for example, and things in that nature. Not only that, there's also an application here where we can actually add your cell phone to become one of the as an extended extension from your desktop. So you'll be able to have a conversation on your desktop and push a button, it goes to your cell phone, and walk away from your office. Just to give you a little bit of the technology and how we can make this your organization better and efficient. Now, when we're talking about the portal itself, this is the back end of the portal, and this is what your clients is going to see. This is what you're going to see as a user, and this is an operation tool. What I mean by that is this is something that's not just about telephony. It's about you monitoring your business and run your business more efficiently. Everything I'm going to say, not only it's recorded, but also if you visit our website, there is a help button, and this is your owner manual basically for every single feature and functionalities that we have. So if you want to know how to set up your voicemail, just click on it and it will show you how to do every single feature and functionalities that we have. So as I mentioned before, we are a phone company, so this is something that you're going to be using on a daily basis or a monthly. You can visit it on monthly, and Anthony mentioned that you can access it from anywhere in the world as long as you have a device and internet. So you can access it from your phone, iPad, tablet, computer, laptop, etc. This is our homepage, which is a shortcut to a lot of different things like list of your extension, your phone numbers. You can also make payments. All your invoices are right here. You click on it and it will show you a copy of your invoices. The dashboard is something that you might able to use it, especially if you have multiple locations. You have a complete visibility on who's on the phone, who's working, who's away from the desk, and things in that nature. It does take a few minutes to download, but while this is doing its job, I'm going to go and let's just wait just a few minutes. And okay, it just takes, like I said, a few minutes to download. But while it's doing that, let's go to the voicemail. The way we designed our voicemail, we want you to access your voicemail from anywhere. So there are 3 different ways to access your voicemail. One from the portal, from here, and you have basically all your extensions. So if you want to go to a certain extension, you want to see what the voicemail from your house, you can dial into the portal and you can see the voicemail. And, obviously these are not, these are empty, but usually it is a stamped voicemail, so you can see the caller ID, the message ID, the date and the time and the duration of the voicemail. And then once again, you can access it from the phone, from the computer, and later on, I'm going to show you how to access it from the email as well. Okay, so what is the services? What is basically the PCS Voip, and what's voice over IP? It's a virtual PBX, so it's in the cloud. It's hosted in the cloud. It's really not a cloud. It's in our server facilities. But when you sign up with us and you have all these different numbers for different location, or perhaps just one location, you'll be able to manipulate the call forwarding and the voicemails and all the setup, as you can see here. So your incoming number, okay, it's listed here. You can pick a state where it's located. Okay, let's say this is a Kansas number. The caller ID, you can actually, a lot of you, and we've heard this, own multiple businesses, you can actually change the caller ID to a different a caller ID. So, for example, you can, in a certain time of the year, you can change this, and if your outbound caller ID will say something totally different. Internal presentation, this is something that will reduce actually your cost in terms of labor. And it's very, very important for you to know that we can mark any DID to say the name of the location. So let's say, for example, you have 4 locations and you have a receptionist in New York City, one in Ohio, and Texas, for example. If this phone number ring, it can be forwarded to the New York location, and this will say, let's just say, it will say Kansas. The receptionist at that particular location, she's sitting in New York answering the call for Kansas. So thanks for calling ABC Company in Kansas. How can I help you? So you don't have to have a receptionist in every single location to answer the phone. It can be centralized, and you can actually mark the incoming calls to where it's intended to go. Holidays, you can actually forward the phone anywhere anywhere. You have 13 or 14 different ways to do it. You can forward it to an outside number. You can forward it to an auto attendant that says we're currently closed. For English press 1, for Spanish press 2, et cetera, et cetera. Also, in a snow day, or you decided not to open that particular day for any reason, you can actually just put an outside number and forward this phone number to your cell phone or maybe to your manager. For every location, every main phone number, we have a hold music. So we can upload a message that can help you with marketing. Why should your customer do business with you? And you can upload the hold music to that number, and you can customize it, and you can put, like I mentioned before, a marketing message. So this is the standard phone number, and this is what the customer sees from the outside of the location. All right, but what about the inside of the location? So every phone we ship you, every phone we activate, they will carry something we call an extension. So it's a 4-digit extension or a 3-digit extension, and that's what explains what's going on in the inside of the location, where these phone numbers are going to go, where it's going to ring, et cetera, et cetera. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to pick on my extension here. I can see it's green. That means it's connected and it's working. It's registered. It belonged to Tamara Cristo, and this is the DID it's going to ring to. So when I click on the extension, it gives me more of an idea what's going on inside that location. Where's this extension is going to be ringing, and it's ringing to this phone number. And I'm going to show you here how to forward an extension to any DID you have. So if you have an extension in one location and want to move it to a different location, that's how easy it is to do it. You also have to register your E91 location. So if you have multiple locations, you just pick your locations and it's done. Over here, you can, these are seconds. Every 5 seconds is 1 ring. So the 20 here is basically for 4 rings. You can tell the phone how many rings you want. This particular phone number is registered. This phone, the extension is registered. That means there's electricity and internet going through. Now the call routing. Let's talk about that for a minute. You can actually ask the system or design the system or manipulate the system for the phone number to ring on the extension first, and you want it 4 times. But then what if you're busy? Where do you want this phone number to go? It can go to your cell phone, it can go to another location, it can go to another extension, etc. What if you don't answer? Which voicemail do you want it to go? Okay, do you want it to go on the desktop? Do you want it to go on the voicemail of your cell phone? So you have a lot of different ways you can forward this phone number or the incoming call once it hit your extension. One of the cool part about our services, and you don't find that with Comcast or AT&T or anybody out there, that we can actually back up each extension in case of emergency. So if you have no internet, if you have no electricity, if you have Comcast or AT&T or any other company, you're basically out of luck because your phone is not going to work. All your incoming calls are not going to work. The customer is going to get a fast busy, and they're going to just, think that you're closed or, something is going on. But with this case, you can actually back up each extension, not just the main phone number, but each extension. You can back it up with your cell number or any other number. So, for example, I can put any number here, any phone number, that if the internet is down or the electricity is down, the system automatically ring this number. So the customer will never know that you're down. And vice versa. If the system comes back on and the electricity comes back on, the system will automatically shut this feature off and takes the call back to the extension. This has happened at no command from your end at all. This has happened automatically as long as you store that phone number here. Okay. Now there are other Find Me, obviously, and advanced call routing and things of that nature, but because of our time, I'm not going to go through it. But you guys obviously welcome to call us, and we can go through all these features and functionalities. But one of the things that I mentioned earlier about the hold music, so you can store an unlimited amount of records as long as they're MP3, and you can store them here, and we can upload that to your phone number. So when you put your client on hold, this is what they're going to hear. Okay, and I encourage everybody to do it as a marketing message, why they should do business with you. Okay, auto attendant. Auto attendant is a feature that is obviously most of you know. Just like I said, for English press 1. You dial the phone number. For Spanish press 2. We can duplicate the same menu in 2 different languages, but also for sales press 1, for service press 2, etc., etc. So, and it's very, very simple to program, and it's very, very easy to activate. So this is the auto attendant. I can create one. Like I said, sales press 1, customer service press 2, billing press 3. What's cool about the auto attendant, you can actually branch it. So the customer service, you can build another auto attendant that says, for technical support press 1, for hardware press 2, for software press 3, etc. Okay. Or for FedEx press 1, for UPS press 2, and and you can actually customize this as much as you want. Now, the other thing that I wanted to tell you about this, and a lot of people think, well, I don't want to deal with this every day on a daily basis. Well, we have something what we call an autopilot, or cruise control, I call it. So you can actually program this software to do exactly what you want it to do in certain hours throughout the day. What I mean by that is, so let's say, for example, what happened on Saturday? I can command this system, I can customize the software to do exactly what I want in a certain day or every day. As you can see, I can click here and I can program the system to call forward certain numbers from 8 to 5 or from 8 to 8. Okay, and I don't have to bother with the system. So it's like like I said, it's just like an autopilot. Call center, this is also a feature that we have. I'm not going to go through it. It's an hour long. But if you have a client or you have a call center, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to take you through this call center and feature and functionalities. We have one of the best call centers feature and functionalities, I would say, in the nation. One of the other things that's really, I promised earlier to show you that your mailbox, how do I program my mailbox? How can I get my voicemail to my email box? I can listen to it, or I can see it as text. So for your voicemail, you get the name, you get the password, and also you can record your greeting from here, or you can upload your greeting from your C drive. I just click here, and my C drive is going to show up. And I can record my greeting or upload it. I can also record another greeting where I'm on the phone with a different client, right? I can record my name, right? One of the cool part about this is you can put your email address right here, all right? And the voicemail is going to go to your email box and in a wafer file. So you click on it and you can listen to it, right? Or you can actually have it transcribed, so typed. The other part about this, you can add up to 5 different emails. And as you can see, the system is very friendly, user-friendly, and I can type and I can put all my command in here. So I can add Anthony to listen to my voicemails as well. I can add up to 5 different emails. Okay. One of the other thing I can add is an SMS message on my cell phone. So when somebody leaves me a voicemail, and you guys sometimes on the road or busy, you can get a text on your phone. Joe Smith called. Here's the number. Here's the duration of the message. Just as a little reminder to call Joe Smith. All right. So I find this very, very cool. Now, broadcast mailbox. I love this feature because we have multiple locations around the nation. And if I want to send a message to my staff, I use this. This is really cool. And I call it hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. I can dial this extension and I can leave a message to everybody all at once. And what's going to happen once I do that is 2 things. Obviously, they're going to get a voicemail on their phone. But the second thing, remember, they're going to get also an email with an audio message and also transcribed message. So you kind of hit 2 birds with 1 stone by utilizing this, especially if you have multiple locations or people off-site. This is where you store all your holidays, okay? And you can program your holidays once a year, and it's a calendar-based. And the ring group is when you wanted all the phones in your location to ring at once, or all the, if you have 2 locations close to each other, they all can ring at once as well. It's very, very easy. I'm just going to show you here real quick how to program this. So let's say, for example, I want to program a test group. So I pick the phones that I want, and I just add them. These are the phone I want them to ring to. Okay, just as simple as that. Now I can make them ring sequentially, so one after the other, or simultaneously, right? And I want to know how many times I want to ring. So this is here means 8. Every 5 seconds is 1 ring. Okay, so this is basically what a group is, a group ring. Okay, we have also call recording. You can block inbound and outbound calls. So if you have somebody who's making calls that shouldn't be making, you can block that as well. Conference bridge and all this feature and functionalities that you can have here. Again, because of the time, I'm not going to go through every feature and functionalities. But let's go to accounting. I want to show you, how you pay us, how you get basically compensated, and all that good stuff. So accounting, everything you do with PCS, every order, whether you put through PCS or a transaction or even an invoice to you or to your clients, it's here in black and white, and you will have visibility to it as well. The cool part about this is when you click on, let's say, for example, I want to go to invoices. I want to click on an invoice, this particular invoice here. When you click on that number, the invoice number, it will give you detailed invoice about how, what the customer ordered, what are we billing for, and also your revenue, which we're going to talk about it here later. So very detailed. Every single thing you do with us, with our company, it's in black and white right here. All right, reports. A lot of you, actually, a lot of RSA clients love this feature because they want to know, if I put an ad out there, what's really the ROI on this ad? Is it effective or not? So reporting, this is your call reporting. So any incoming call, outbound calls, all the calls that that your store or your office experience, we capture within 3 seconds. So you have incoming calls, outbound calls, and you can pick which one you wanted to see. So for just the sake of the demo, we picked 2 weeks between July 17th and July 31st, incoming calls, and you can also pick the phone number, which phone number you wanted to run, and just hit search. Once you hit search, it will tell you exactly how many incoming calls. But here's the cool part about this. We can actually supply you with a marketing number, and that marketing number will be your advertised number. Say, for example, the number came out on July 15th, and you want to know what's your ROI on the number. How many people called your location? How many actual people came in and wanted to use your UPS service or FedEx service? Right here, this is a report that you can access, and it'll tell you how many incoming calls per day that you received from that ad. Okay? Very, very cool. So not only you want to know how many calls your employee made or incoming calls, but this is very, very cool. One of the things I wanted to mention also on the auto attendant, which I really forgot, I'm going to go back here because this is going to be really cool. A lot of your customers, maybe they called and they wanted to track a package and things of that nature. But on your auto attendant, I'm going to pick the auto attendant again. One of the things we can program for you, which is really awesome, is your 800 number for UPS, the tracking 800 number, and the tracking for FedEx, and the tracking for other companies, DHL, if you're using DHL. So basically, what we program, for sales, press 1, for 2, for customer service, press 3, to track a package, press 4. So they got to press 4. All right. So when they press 4, we can customize another auto attendant that says, for FedEx, press 1, for UPS, press 2, for DHL, press 3. When they press 2, that will automatically go to the FedEx 800 number. They're not going to bother your location again, right? Because you got a lot of people inside your location and employees that are either doing packaging, they're working with a client, they're working to ship something. So any incoming calls that comes like that, and you want just the system to help you, it is very, very, very easy. One of the things that Anthony mentioned on Listen Live, what if you hire somebody and you want to train them, okay? And you want to listen to what they're saying. Are they saying the right thing? Are they being courteous to the client or not? Star 57, you can listen, okay? Obviously, I'm the one that can listen to everybody. Nobody can listen to my conversation. But here, you can listen to all these extensions, okay? So in our organization, if I hire a new account manager, a new salesperson, no matter what the position is, I can pick up the phone, star 57, I can listen to it. Also, I can dial star 58 and their extension, and I can actually listen and whisper. So I can actually train them on what they can or cannot say over the phone while they're on the phone with the client. They'll be able to hear me, but the client will not be able to hear me. It's just between the director, the manager, or the owner of the location and the employer. Oh, and the employee, I'm sorry. All right, so a lot of you say, well, can my employees have this, all this? No. This is for the administrator. So this is the owner, the manager, your general manager. But for your employees, we can actually, under settings, we can customize this web portal to just show their voicemail. So they will see only that voicemail tab. So they'll be able to access their voicemail. One of the things again, this is just going to their voicemail, and they will see just their voicemail. One of the things that we implemented about a year ago or so, and I'm very proud of my team to do this, we have a support center within the portal. So if you have a question about a certain phone, a certain any news that we have to come up with, or programs or promotions, or even how to use a phone. You can click on any of these, and you can also put a ticket through us. So you submit a request, and you can actually submit a ticket through PCS. With that, I can conclude the portal presentation. I'm going to give it back to Anthony. We're going to show you the other part of this. So this is not only, as Brandon mentioned, when RSA introduce a company or a vendor or a partner, I think we achieved all three. Brandon, we showed the RSA members how to save money, how to make money, and how to run the business better and more efficiently. So with that, I'm going to leave it to Anthony in the last part to show you how can you make money on this.
Before I jump into the next part, I wanted to see if anybody had any questions about the system itself.
Anthony, at this point, it looks like we don't have any questions. I think that's a testament to the degree of clarity you guys have given to describing this. So I think you can move on.
Okay, great. Let me go ahead and get, so let me go ahead and get back to the next thing that we wanted to talk about is how to generate revenue by partnering with PCS. And this is our reseller program. In order to become a reseller, one must be an RSA premium member as well as the PCS client to become a reseller. Free premium membership offer as well as the discount does not require the participations in the resale program, which means if you guys do not want to resell this product, that is up to you. You can still receive the free membership offer as well as the discounts that we're providing for the premium members of RSA.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify the free membership. PCS will be paying your membership, your RSA premium membership, just simply by signing with us. We're going to be paying that on your behalf.
Yeah, there's certain stipulations and there's certain deals that I will be able. So what you see in front of you is basically a schedule for reselling this product. There is no, we've created a program where you required to invest anything in it. There is no initial investment. There is no monthly investment. Basically, we train you on how to sell this product. We create a portal with kind of a backdoor to the portal that you just saw, where you will be able to create proposals for your customers and submit the orders. Basically the resellers pricing, and we just all you have to do just basically go out there and sell the product itself. And of course, we will help you with the presentations. We will teach you how to do it and so on and so forth. Program around your business, just to depending what you how you want to do it, and basically go from there. This is the features and functionalities that come with the system that we provide for your customers. Some of those features and functionalities are charged handsomely by our competition. We're providing majority of those features and functionalities, probably 99% of them, completely for free for you guys. You can resell them or pick and choose which ones you want to resell, or maybe you want to provide, use them as a sales tool to sell it to the customer as well. Again, this is just an example. Obviously, just an example how your business can grow. This is a residual check. You make a sale once, and depending on how long you sign the contract, whether it's 12 months, 24 months, or 36 months, you are getting paid every single month for as long as the customer is staying with PCS. Very simple. So if, let's say, you get 100 seats, even if your markup is only $5, you make $500 a month. As the business grows and you go to 500 seats, it's $2,500 a month. Again, we're not restricting you on a suggested retail price. This is the suggested retail price that we put in there, but it all depends on the area where you're at. Sometimes you can make $10 off the seat. Sometimes you can make $5 off the seat. It all depends on that.
Right. Let's go back. I just wanted to add one little thing. Let's go back to the cost per seat, and I just wanted to add a quick note. If you folks look at your cost per phone and what you can sell it for, so if it's 36 months, your cost on the phone is per seat is $22. That's 2 lines for each phone that we provide for your client as well. But your resale, your retail value here is $27. The same seat with our competitors, I believe it or not, it's $40, $45, or $55. So there's no limit on how much money you can sell this for. $22 you can sell it for $30, $35 easily, and you still $5 to $10 cheaper than the competition. I just wanted to mention that. And the other thing is, we have designed something for you and your client. So your cost per phone is $27. This is not a cost you pay us. This is your mark. This is where you can basically add your markup or add your retail price. So if it's $27 including the phone, a lot of our competition sell this seat for $50, $55 with tax. This is also including tax because this is the $27 is a reseller. You don't pay tax, nor your customer. So the $31 you can up it to $39, $40, and again, you're still at least $10 less. So you can make $13 per seat. We call it a seat or an extension or a phone. It's the same thing. Any questions?
Well, I'll tell you, you guys have done a good job of explaining this, so we don't have any questions at this point. Oh, wait a minute, we did just have one come in. So Ivan wants to know if they want to take advantage of the offer to completely refit their store with the phones and the functionality that you've been talking about here today, but they're really not interested in doing the reseller thing. Is that okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. They can
Right,
they can have the service. The only thing is
we're really looking at two things here, aren't we? One for their own use, but then, for instance, if somebody's got 500 mailboxes rented in their store, this seems to be a natural. If they can show that they're saving money and the functions are just crazy good on this. We did an internal webinar yesterday with the RSA staff, and I'm sorry guys to interrupt you here, but I think this will be valuable for others to hear. So we're watching Anthony go through what this system can do, and every time I was turning around or I saw something new, I would say, wow, that's impressive. There's so many things that this does, and I think that's one of the reasons you guys give the 3-hour training for new users, is to make sure that they're aware of all of the different ways that your system can help them be smarter business owners. So I'm really impressed by what you put together on behalf of our members here. But I think the fact that you also have this reseller program, and like I say, people may have 100 customers a day walking into the store, 200 or whatever it is, and with having a flyer or something for them to take away, it's no harm, no foul to
Right.
suggest that they look into it. And then if they end up signing up and you referred them, then it's a passive income stream for you. So this kind of hits on all cylinders for me.
Right, and one of the RSA members, while we're at the convention, your convention, early, they suggested to have a stand, and they put a phone on it and a little flyer underneath it, so business owners walk in and they see this, and they read the flyer, and it's an easy thing. I mean, they can just showcase the phone, showcase the service, if you will, as they walk in. So just an add-on service that's very, very easy for everyone to, more tool for your toolbox. That's what I think.
Excellent. And I'm sure as the program develops out and more people sign up for it, we'll get some great ideas on how to market this internally if we're using it as a reseller capacity. Okay, Fernando wants to know, how much do we pay a month if I want to use my actual Vonage service? And I'm not sure if he can even do that, but there's the question.
Well, we're going to replace Vonage. Vonage is a competitor. So basically what he has today, if he has one phone with one line, we're going to give him one phone with 2 lines. So you'll be able to put somebody on hold and pick up another call, or another call goes to his voicemail. So there's 2 lines coming into the phone. Your cost is $22, including all taxes, all fees. So if you have 10 phones, it's $220. If you have 5 phones, it's $110 or so, something like that. So this is we're selling it to you guys as a wholesale price as well.
Okay.
So it's really intended to compete directly with Vonage and other voice over internet services, right? But you've built this as a value program based on the volume that we have in our membership, so that they could replace their Vonage and end up ahead of the game, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And we do have a special offer for people that attended the webinar today and sign up for a webinar. It actually lasts until the end of this month, if they actually decide to sign up with us, and we can talk to any of them, or they're free to call us. We do provide, we actually extending the same offer as we did at the show. Right. So for each extension, providing you, or for each phone, for each seat, we will provide you with the free equipment, with a free phone. Usually we customize all our plans specifically to the customer, specifically to the stores. We want to know how many phones they have right now, how many lines, how we can help them to actually go ahead and have more lines, and so on and so forth. We did prepare a few kind of, office in a box type of offers, and just to show you real fast, can you scroll down on that?
Sure.
So this is basically we do provide you with a free RSA premium membership, which we pay for. It's paid by PCS for as long as you are a customer of PCS, and we will provide you with the different plans. For instance, for people, which is very popular, cordless phones in your business, because you guys are moving around quite a bit, we will provide you with 3 lines, 1 voicemail, 1 extension. You can add the line to it for $10, and it's $75 a month. 2 extensions, 2 lines per each extension, which is 4 lines, 2 voicemails, 2 extensions at $75 a month. And basically it's the same thing. It's 4 lines. So one phone is going to be just an office phone. Another one is a cordless. It's 4 lines, 2 voicemails, 2 extensions at $75 a month. You can add a phone at $25, and until the end of the month, we will provide you with a free phone. So if you need more phones or more extensions, you're welcome to do so. It actually gives you 2 more lines, 1 voicemail. We also provide you with the eFax, which has been extremely popular item among RSA stores. For $20, we include 250 pages. After that, it's only 5 cents per page. So,
and this program, as it says in the bottom right,
yeah,
is not required to be a reseller with PCS.
So guys, we got a couple of questions here. Let's address this, and I may show my ignorance here, but we have several questions about a fax machine. So most of our member stores already have an existing fax machine. Some of them use a hard line, but if they do have a fax machine and they want to integrate this, what features does their current fax machine need to have for this to fold into it?
They're not going to be using the fax machine anymore. They're going to be using the scanner. The eFax here is basically more efficient, more robust, and it's more secure. So when we call an eFax, it's fax to email, email to fax. So if a client walk in and say, I want to fax this to so-and-so, they open their email address, the email box, and they put the fax number at pcsfax.com. They attach the file that they want to fax, and they just hit send. That's all it is. When they receive a fax, they will receive it to the same email address, and it will come in that says PCS fax. And they open it. They can. One of the things I do is I have a little folder that says fax, and if I don't need to print it, so I save paper, or I never lose a fax because I just save all my incoming faxes to that folder. So it's more efficient, it's more secure, and nobody can look at it or see it except myself, or if I wanted to give access to my staff, I can do that. But one of the things that a lot of our partners and our clients doing right now, they're worrying about security and people looking at faxes and things of that nature. This will alleviate that.
Okay, this is a good one, and everybody probably has it to a degree. So right now they have an existing phone number for their store. If it's a hard line, a landline, or any other number, how does that phone number transfer with your system?
So we port the number. It's a porting process. The FCC regulates that in the Telecom Act. So you keep your same phone number, and we just ask for a copy of your latest invoice, and we send you something called an LOA, letter of authorization, and we port it from the losing carrier. And this is the telecom terminology. So if you have it with Vonage or AT&T or Ring Central, we just port it from that carrier.
So I'm sure you guys do this every single day when you're setting up new customers. It's just a simple step in the process, yeah?
Yes, we do thousands a day.
Okay, what if you got what if we have a store that that's out in a very rural area? Okay, so they don't have access to multiple options on connectivity. So Mark wants to know if he currently has fiber in the store and 2 lines, one for voice and one for VAX, and internet comes from the same company. I have 2 landlines on 6 phones, et cetera. He's got a what about the rural community? Do you have any issue serving those customers? What is the absolute base requirement that they've got to have as far as connectivity in order for them to take advantage of what you're offering?
Right. We can work on any internet speed. That's not a problem. Our technology is what we call it a compressed voice. So right now on a normal phone call, you're using 64K per call. Just to give you an idea, we only use 7 to 11K. So the internet, no matter what the speed is, we can still work on any internet speed. The only type of internet we don't use and we don't recommend is a line of sight. And I don't know if the folks on the phone understand what that is. It's basically when you put an antenna on one building, sending a signal to another antenna to the building across the street. That's the only thing that we don't work with. But DSL, cable, Verizon, the Vios, whatever. I mean, we'll work on every Google Fiber. We'll work on all different kind of internet.
So if somebody's using something like a Hughes network system, that could be problematic. But as long as it actually connects to a fiber or a cable or an optic, some kind of a line, you're going to be able to service that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't recommend the wireless internet. If somebody putting like a hotspot or something, we actually work on a hotspot. I mean, when you came into our booth, we actually had a hotspot and we made those phones work on a hotspot. But we don't recommend that in a business attire. We want to guarantee the voice. Our guaranteed delivery is 99.997. So we wanted to guarantee it in HD quality.
Gotcha.
So we don't, we definitely want a wireline internet provider. Cat 5,
Okay, that makes sense. Well, Tamara and Anthony, we have a number of questions that are out there, but they're all specific to the user. They state a couple of models of equipment and how many lines they have and how many stations and FATs, et cetera. So they're asking a lot of the right questions. But I think it will ultimately distill down to, is what you guys are providing better at a better price than what I'm currently paying today, and if it improves my productivity and my function and all that, and that's everything we're seeing and hearing here. So what would you like them to do next? Because we've got a lot of those questions, but it looks like they're mostly for individual circumstances. They just want to know how your Apple compares to their Apple.
Well, basically,
what should they do now?
Contact Anthony. Obviously, Anthony can give him your contact information. His email address is anthony@pcsusa.com. And our phone number is 913-981-1100. And Anthony's extension is 1817.
Hey guys, give me that phone number or that email again, and I'll put it in the chat window so people can copy that down. What is it again?
Anthony@pcsusa.com.
Okay, and then the phone number?
913-981-1100. And Anthony's extension is 1817.
Okay, everybody look for their little chat window on your dashboard, and you'll see those 2 pieces of information there. And I can tell you that what we've learned so far about the PCS guys is they will take all the time that they need to make sure that you know what you're getting for this. So set up your call with Anthony, have all your questions teed up for him, and make sure that the questions are specific. He'll give you the answers as long as you give him the good questions. He really knows this inside and out. And they look at this as, and I hope I'm not overstating this, Tamara, but they're building this relationship with RSA with one store at a time. And I'm stating that you guys may have multiple stores, but it's a customer by customer relationship that they're building here. And that's one of the reasons we chose them as a premium supplier, because of the dedication that they're giving to our members, not only from the product, service, quality, and function, but their training and support after they've actually signed you up. And that's, if you know anything about RSA and our premium suppliers, you know that's a key piece of our consideration before we even bring them to the market. So I would say, if you have any interest in this, even just getting all the questions answered, make sure you talk with Anthony. If he's too busy, I'm guessing that Tamara has plenty of people that can step in and help you with this. But they're ready to serve you as soon as you're ready for them. And we're very, very excited that they're starting something that we haven't seen before, and we hope other suppliers follow suit in the sense that they literally pay for your RSA membership. That's a cool thing. So if you're set up and you're paying us monthly on an auto pay, you're going to get a check from us every single month. We sent out our first batch of checks yesterday. I think there were 28 users, 28 users, and I'm writing checks for the value of the membership back to our members. We've never done that before, and it's a great thing. It's because we have a supplier at this level.
Awesome.
So with that, one question, and you probably addressed this, assumption that all long-distance calls are free, and I think if I understand it right, it's everything in the U.S. and Canada are all free. Is that right?
Correct. All incoming outbound calls are free.
Okay.
Unlimited.
Unlimited, yes. Local or long distance. It's an unlimited.
I love that. I love that feature, because the providers that charge you by usage, that's how your bill can really get out of hand. And I love having a bill that I know what I expect to pay every month, and that's what they're representing here. So it's all good. I mean, they hit all the marks for us. Okay, well, with that, we're bumping up on the hour. So once again, I want to thank Tamara and Anthony for carving time out of their schedule, putting together a very informative deck for everybody, taking their time to show it off to you and answer all the questions. But they've assured and underlined that they see this as just the beginning of their relationship with you. So since this is something that everybody uses every day, if this is better product, better service, better support, better price, any of those, look into it. If it makes sense, do it, and you get your membership paid for. It's all good. Any other thoughts, Tamara, before we sign off, or Anthony?
I'm good. Thank you very much, Brandon and Steve. I appreciate your help with this, and we'll look forward to a great partnership.
Very good. Well, I'll remind everybody before we sign off that this was recorded. It takes us about 2 days to get it edited down and placed on the rscentral.org website under the webinar library. So if you showed up later, if you had to miss any sections of the presentation, probably Thursday morning you'll be able to log in and watch it over from front to back. But in the interim, if you have any questions, you got the contact info for PCS. If you want to ask RSA directly what we think about something, you know how to contact us, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. Keep your eyes and ears open. We've got more webinars coming. We're trying to get a bunch of them in before you guys hit peak season, and they all have value. So watch out for them, and we appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us. So look into it. If it makes sense, sign up for it, and let us know how it works for you. And thanks again, everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.